y'all, it's your girl Cordnie, Ellese. Welcome to my channel on Mommyhood and Entrepreneurship. I definitely want to serve you guys today by talking about Miss Ronne Brown, who is just the queen of servitude, to be quite honest, y'all. Recently, I was watching a podcast or YouTube with her on David Shen's podcast for his morning meetup, and y'all, I was just so inspired. First of all, she dropped like a billion gems, and I'm probably not even going to be done talking about this for quite some time because I learned so much during this podcast, and some things were reaffirmations, but for the most part, y'all, I was learning, okay? She dropped a lot of gems. She was like, and I'm not going to tell all of it because I really want y'all to go back and watch the actual, I literally have the screen up right now because I have been watching this thing on replay. Literally, the woman is just full of wisdom. Like, you can tell that Ronne Brown has God running all through her. So make sure y'all look her up. Her name is Ronne Brown. And one of the things that she said, we cannot build bitter businesses. Okay, no, I do not think that I am building a bitter business, but I know a lot of women who are. I know a lot of women who are like, I'm going to do this to prove that person wrong, or I'm going to do this to prove this person wrong. Whoever didn't believe in me, so I'm going to show them what I can do. This person said that I couldn't do this, so I'm going to show them what I can do. And what she said, you guys, is that when you start a business in bitterness, you're planting that seed for your business, and you're stunting the growth of your business because of that, because your business cannot thrive on that type of negativity, y'all. It really hit me here because even though I'm not building my business on a bitter business, she asked a very interesting question. She said that you have to know what you're doing this for. I felt like she was coaching me in this morning meetup with David Shen's, y'all. First of all, he was asking some real hard questions. Y'all have to make sure that y'all sign up for the morning meetup. And this is not sponsored. I just believe in my black brother. Literally, I believe in my black brother. You have to get on to his and Donnie's Brain Picker podcast. Watch that podcast and be a part of that and pour in to that, whether it's financially, whether it's or viewerships or comments or likes or subscriptions, whatever it is that you can pour into that so that it can pour back into you, so that you can pour back into your community, y'all. They're really helping the culture, okay? He asked her some real good questions because one of the things that he asked on there is some people are like, oh, you need to do this quick and go after your dream very quickly. And other people are like, oh, you need to slow and be patient and have faith. Which one should you do? Or slow and be patient. She was like, well, that really kind of depends on your faith. Really depends. And I'm paraphrasing y'all, but she was like, it really depends on your faith. Like, you have to really legit ask yourself, why am I doing this? And you have to make sure that you're not building a bitter business. She said a whole lot more than that, but I'm gonna let y'all watch the video so that y'all figure that out. But how this ended up impacting me is because it made me realize that I need to really get to know my why. That's so cliche. People say it all the time. But like Donnie Wiggins said in her interview on The Vault, yes, Donnie, I was watching you with Ash Cash on The Vault. Make sure y'all follow Donnie Wiggins. She's actually a part of the Brain Picker podcast with David Shen's, and she's on there with the Dave and Donnie for his Social Proof podcast. But she has her own 6-figure EDU where she teaches people how to become real bosses too. And she was on The Vault with Ash Cash, which is actually supported by Earn Your Leisure. Black on black, okay? They in a positive way. It's black on black. And Ash Cash was on there asking phenomenal questions. Donnie was on there giving the sauce. So what Ronne was talking about is you have to make sure that you know why you're doing it. Same thing Donnie was saying is know your why, get to the basics. You have to know what you're doing it for. And what Ronne went back and notated is a lot of people are afraid to serve. They feel like serving is beneath them, like they're too good to serve. That's just not really what's on their radar. But how are you going to have a business where, in order for you to have a business, and this is my own spin on what I believed her to be saying, in order for you to have a business, you have to have customers, okay? And in order for you to have customers, people have to believe in you. In order for them to believe in you, you have to have already been serving them and already have a proven track record. How can you have a proven track record if you haven't been living your business and doing your business in servitude? If you have not been servicing people all the time talk about good customer service or bad customer service. But the key word, y'all, is service. The key word is service. You have to be servant in order for your business to thrive. If you have bad service, it's because you're not good at serving. So we have to be good at serving, y'all. And when she was talking, it just made me realize, Cordnie, why are you doing this? So in order for my business to grow and thrive, eventually I had to figure out what part of my business could help somebody else. How could I impact other businesses or other people or whatever it might be? And that was one of the hardest things to figure out because, like I told you guys, photography wasn't my initial passion. Theater is. And then I kind of changed it from theater to more like theater and film directing. I just know that I want to be in that world in some kind of way. And I didn't want to be a struggling actor. I didn't want to be a struggling artist. So I decided to take photography as my route because it would allow me to be a full-time mom. It would allow me to pour into my children the way that I want to pour into them and to be able to have a more flexible schedule. Even though I work more hours now that I'm working for myself, it allows me to be able to go to field trips and parent-teacher conferences and be involved in town hall meetings and to stand up for the students of this school system, you know, and to actually Cub Scouts and all the other stuff that my son wants me to do, play with him at the park randomly and make pizzas sometimes at night and all that kind of stuff. And even though I'm working a lot, it really allows me to pour into my kids a lot more for my schedule to be more flexible. You know, I could stay at home with my daughter a lot longer and build that bond. And I was able to do that with my son and build the bond with him. And in addition to that, because I've always wanted to be a mom, I've always wanted to be a wife. Those are two things that I've always wanted to do. And so since that was a part of my dream as well as the theater / film, I wanted to make sure that I had that secure in place and set a foundation there. And I needed to make sure that I could fund that. And with photography, since I at very minimum love photography, I do still love it. It just wasn't my passion. And so since I wanted to use something that I loved in order to do that for my children. So that way I wasn't going to a job or having a career that I hated. So when she was talking about your why, I was like, why am I doing photography? And I had to think about why I was doing photography. And that was for my children and to get back to my passion for theater and film, which I had kind of already been thinking about this whole entire thing. During the past couple of months, I've really been getting back to why I started. But when she said you have to know your reasoning for it, then it really put it more so on the spin of servitude. Why am I doing this? For whom? I have to remember what I'm doing it for and who I am serving, and to make sure that I am always in servitude. And I just wanted to create this video because I've decided that I'm just going to show you guys everything that I possibly can within my journey. And in this, I am rededicating myself to figuring out how to get back to my passion while doing what I love and making sure that I am in complete servitude while I'm doing it. And my entire YouTube is pretty much 100% about servitude. I mean, I'm not making any money off of it. I'm literally just doing it to give you guys an example, because I do think that I am going to grow to eventually make over $1 million per month. And I want you guys to see the process of how I get there and the steps that I take in order to not just make $1 million per month, but in order to change my community. I really want to help younger girls and women and mom and entrepreneurs. And so somehow, some way, I'm going to do all of those things, and I'm going to create generational wealth for my children. I won't be in the situation that I'm in forever. I won't be unmarried forever. I will create a new future for my family. I am totally believing in that 100%. I know that God has got my back, and you know, I know that God, I can do anything as long as it's in alignment with his will. So I am going to push for that, you all. I am really going to push for everything that he has put it on my spirit that I can do. And I'm going to go for it 100%. And y'all, I am encouraging you all because it is easy for me to get distracted. I get distracted all the time. And in these past couple of months, I've been doing pretty good about not allowing myself to get distracted so much which is why I haven't really been on Instagram, but I really am going to do that as well. So I just wanted to share this with y'all because Ronne really put some thoughts on my mind, and I want to promote my Black sister because she's out here changing lives for real, mine included, and I'm not even a part of her girl CEO, and I can't wait to be a part of that. And I can't wait to just be a part of all of these different groups. In the meantime, we're about to start popping. Make sure you check in. I'm going to post as much as possible. So thank y'all for checking in. This is your girl Cordnie Ellese on the ones and twos. Thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I cannot wait to see y'all in the next video. Check it out. Ciao.